Hey friends, welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Whether you want to release some pent-up energy or detoxify your system from some of those extra holiday goodies, I've got just the practice for you. So whenever you're ready, unroll your mat and let's get started. Today we start in cross-legged, easy pose, sitting up nice and tall. Just taking a second here to notice how we feel at the beginning of our practice. Breathing into the belly, closing the eyes. And on our next inhale, reaching the arms above the head. And dropping the right hand to the mat, reaching over with the left. And gently switching sides. Coming back through center, taking the hands in front of the chest, interlacing the fingers, reaching the palms out, creating space in the shoulders here, feeling that opening. Maybe dropping the head down, tucking it into the chest. Breathing into the back. And then taking the hands behind the head, gazing up at the ceiling or the sky if you're lucky enough to be outside. Just taking a moment here to be grateful for our bodies being able to move our beautiful life on this earth. Taking one big inhale. And exhale, releasing the hands to the hips or the knees, starting with a few gentle hip circles. Whatever feels good to you here, however you want to move. This is your time. Taking one more nice inhale, and on the exhale, rounding the back, taking the hands to the knees, using that opposition to help us round the back. Inhale, opening the chest, gazing at the ceiling for seated cat-cow, moving with the breath. Today's practice is twisting, detoxifying. So I want you to think of something you want to release, whether it be energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And every twist that we do today, I want you to think of releasing that, letting that go. Coming back to center, taking the right ankle over the left knee, reaching out, fire log pose. Breathing into the back, into the outer hip. Coming back up, taking the right knee over the left, extending the left leg out, twisting to the right. Here's our first twist. Thinking of something you want to let go. Inhale and exhale it out, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. And inhaling to center, switching legs, taking the left over the right. Inhale and exhale to twist. Not forcing anything here. Just waking up the spine. And coming back to center, taking the right leg under the left, fire log pose on this side. Maybe noticing which side feels a little tighter. This side's definitely tighter for me. Feeling our body, getting to know our body. And coming back up, gently uncrossing the legs, turning to the side of the mat, or if you're already facing the front of the mat, not the side. Coming into tabletop pose, walking the hands a little bit forward, tucking the toes, sending the hips back for our first downward dog. Pedaling out through the feet, clawing through the fingers. Inhaling, gazing at the hands, gently walking the feet up to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, up to center, palms come to center. Exhale, hands come to heart, Anjali Mudra. Finding our foundation through the feet. Inhale, hands come above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to plank. Take a second here to feel your strength. Grounding through the hands, firming through the back, sucking the navel into the spine, and slowly lowering down, chaturanga, down to the belly. Inhaling, untucking the toes, cobra. Exhale, forehead to mat, tuck the toes, lifting back up to plank, send the hips back, downward dog. Grounding through the left foot, raising the right, three-legged dog, flexing the foot. Bending the knee, bringing it to the right elbow, sending it back. Bringing it to the elbow, sending it back. One more time to the elbow and sending it back, three-legged dog. Bending the knee, this time planting it in between the hands, lowering the left shin. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. Exhale, twisting to the right side, opening the arms, sending energy out through the fingertips. Tucking the back toes, lifting the left knee, planting the left hand, raising the right up to the ceiling. Windmilling the arm around, rocking and taking that right foot back to meet the left. Plank, taking your vinyasa here, lowering down, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. Grounding through the right leg, raising the left, taking the knee to the elbow, and back, three-legged dog. To the elbow, and back, three-legged dog. One more time, the elbow, back, three-legged dog. Taking the knee, planting the foot in between the hands, a low lunge on the right side. Inhale, arms come up. Big inhale and exhale, twist to let things go. Shoot it out, whatever you want. Gone, out, out. Tucking the toes, lifting the knee, planting the right hand, raising the left. Windmilling the arm around, taking the left foot back to meet the right. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Grounding through the left foot, taking the right, bending the knee, planting it between the hands. Inhale, warrior one, turning that left foot out to the side. Pressing through the outside edge of that left foot. Inhale, squaring the hips. Exhale, opening to the side of the mat, gazing over the right fingertips. Inhale, reach forward and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, windmill the arms around, clasping them behind the back, humble warrior. Releasing the hands, planting the right on the inside of the foot, coming into triangle, straightening the leg, pulling the hips back to the back of the room. Raising the left arm. Taking a few deep breaths here. Coming onto the fingers if we need to. And revolving, planting that left hand, raising the right. Bending the right knee, pivoting on the left foot, reaching back. And windmilling the arm around, shifting the weight, turning the toes up, coming into pyramid variation. Inhaling to find length in the spine and exhaling to fold over. Inhaling to reach up, planting the foot, rocking on that back foot to come up to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, arms above the head, taking a slight back bend here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping it back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, paddling out the feet. Planting the right foot, taking the left, bending the knee, bringing it through the hands. Inhaling, warrior one. Checking our heel alignment. Exhaling, warrior two, nice and strong here, strong arms. Inhale, reach front and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, windmill the arms around, clasping the fingers, humble warrior. Releasing the hands, coming into triangle, pulling the hips back. Gazing up at the fingertips, opening the shoulders, opening the chest. Breathing here. And replacing that left hand with the right to revolve. Bending the left leg, gazing at that right foot, and bringing it back around. Rocking on that right foot, up, forward fold. Feet hip width apart, bending the knees. Inhale, arms up to chair, sinking into the hips. Using all four corners of the feet here. One more big inhale, and maybe raising onto the toes. Exhale, airplane arms, finding our balance here. Inhale, back onto the heels, arms above the head. And exhale, onto the toes, airplane arms. Inhale, up one more time. And on this next exhale, taking the left leg back, straightening the right leg, planting the fingertips, walking around to the side of the mat. Taking the feet as wide as feels good. Forward fold. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat, maybe it doesn't. Inhaling up, planting the right hand, raising the left. Exhaling what we no longer need. Inhaling, grabbing something, planting it on the floor, releasing. Nice deep breaths. And replacing that right hand to the left. Inhaling back up, heel toe to the middle of the mat. Rolling back up, standing up. Grounding through that left foot, raising the right, taking the knee across the body. With the left hand on the knee, raising the right. Taking the left hand, grabbing the big toe, straightening the leg, straightening the right arm. Grounding through the toes. You got this, you have your balance. One more inhale and exhale, bending the leg, taking the ankle on top of the knee, standing figure 4. Hands to heart center. And exhaling, coming out, forward fold. Inhaling up and exhaling, hands to heart center. Raising up the left knee, taking the right hand, we twist. Extending the foot, grabbing onto the toe. Using the core, grounding through the foot. It's okay to bend the standing knee. And next exhale, woohoo, standing figure 4, playing with our balance here. Ho-ho. Nice big exhale into the hips. And a release down to the mat. Heel toe, the feet a little bit more than hip width apart, bending the knees, coming into yogi squat. Finding what feels good here. Inhaling, lifting the chest, maybe using the elbows to open the knees a little bit wider. And exhaling, left hand comes to the mat, right comes above. And releasing, switching sides. And if crow pose is in your practice, you are welcome to take it here. Planting the hands, coming onto the backs of the arms, finding our balance. Tucking the toes into the buttocks. Breathing and releasing on the exhale back into yogi squat. Taking the hands behind us, coming onto the bum, extending the legs, straddle pose. Scooting the hips back. Finding what feels good here, a little movement. Reaching forward, coming onto the forearms, maybe the forehead. Wherever we are, keeping the toes pointed up towards the ceiling, protecting the knees. Walking the hands over to the right side. Inhaling and exhaling to fold over the right leg. Starting to calm our breath now. Coming back up through center, walking to the other side. And exhaling, coming back through center, turning to face the front of the mat. Shifting the weight back, lifting the legs for boat pose. Extending the legs if we would like, or keeping them parallel. Inhale, navel to spine. Exhale, trying to bring the legs down to the mat as close as we can, and inhaling back up. Exhale, bringing the legs and the back down. Inhaling back up. One more time, exhale, keeping the core nice and engaged. Inhale, back up. Releasing the toes to the mat. Coming onto the back, taking the knees into the chest, finding nice little rolls here side to side. Taking both knees to the left side, gazing over the right arm. Noticing how we feel now as compared to before we began our practice. Taking the knees back up to the ceiling and over to the right side. Gazing over the left fingertips. And gently, whenever you're ready, rolling up or making your way to a comfortable seated position. Thank you for joining me today and trusting me to guide your practice. Let me know what you thought about this little flow in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.